So there's one quick and easy way to check to make sure we have fire on both cylinders. A little starting fluid right down the old yap. Turn the key on. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and today we're back with the 1983 Yamaha XZ550RK. RK stands for really cool, that we got for free from a local subscriber. And this package may unlock all its secrets. We got this 1983 Yamaha XZ550RK from a local subscriber. He bought it brand new, and we got it here, cleaned it up, did a little rust removal on the tank to make it look a little bit better, because it used to look like this. It's not perfect, but it's light years ahead. We got some more work to do. So today we got our package in the mail with our key to show you how we got our key, because he couldn't find the key. We got a title, but we didn't get a key. Right here we undid the ignition switch, just a couple of bolts underneath that we had to get to. And right on it, right here, you can see is the key code. And that, and $18.95, we got two keys. Let's see if they work. Ooh, yes. I'm excited about these things. Guys, here's the QR code for where I got it on eBay. It's key bits, locks, and key blanks. There's a QR code. You can just scan it. It'll take you right to it. Or I'll put a link in the description below with all this. And like I said $18.95. It was $18.45. Came down to a grand total of $24.51 for not one, but two keys. You can't beat that. Okay, let's give this key a shot. Woohoo! How's it open? You might know how this... Come on. What'd you do today? I tried to figure out how to get the seat off. Okay, there's got to be a latch somewhere. Right here. Right here. Right here. Ha ha! Look at that. Oh, we thought there'd be a toolkit there. There's not. But let's look under here and see what we have. Okay, so we don't have a owner's manual or a toolkit under here, but we do have, this is a registration from 1985 for, let me clean that up a little bit. Inspection for the city of New Orleans for 1985, which is cool. I love finding these old things. Fuse box. This is just like a tool tray or something. It's got some stuff in there, but nothing. Looks like it had maybe a gasket or something. So you can see this is what kind of the tank looked like before, and now we'll be able to get it off. Cool. Let's go ahead and put our key in. Well, we'll put our lock back in, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I have a jump box hooked up to it. We're just going to see if the key does anything when I turn it on. Nothing. I didn't get nothing. I'm not getting nothing. No juice. I'll have to troubleshoot. Okay, so I have lights now, and the headlight works. Hey, horn works. High beam, low beam, high beam, low beam, high beam, low beam. Turn signals. Oh yeah, it sounded like they were. Come on. They'll come back. I'm not going to hit the starter button yet. All I did was wiggle these fuses around. Sometimes just cycling this stuff, you'll get it to... Wait just a second. No. That's awesome. I got some juice. The cylinder, I either have no gas in it or the fuel sending unit's not working. We'll find out. It may just need to be cleaned. I hear the switch is working because I'm hearing something at the relay. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's exciting. Huh. Let's scope these cylinders and see what they look like before. Okay, let's get out the back spark plug and take a look at it. Looks pretty good. I scraped it on the case on the way out, but that looks pretty clean. That looks pretty good. This sucker's gonna run. Okay, let's go into this cylinder and see what we find. Oh. It's kind of an odd duck. Let me see if I can find the hole. That's what she said.
That's what she said!
Okay, there we go. Looks like we're up at the top. Looks like the piston is pretty close to the top. Let's see if we can see the walls of this thing. No, we can't. Well, let's go ahead and squirt some juice in it anyway. And then hit the button to turn it over. The challenge is that Yamaha made this cylinder spark plug very accessible. This one, not so much. You got to take the fairing, the lower fairing off, although it is 3 screws probably on each side to get to it so that we can do that. But let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull this fairing off so that we can get to that cylinder, pull the spark plug out before we turn it over. Those two came out. This one is being a little stubborn, but I don't want to hit it too hard because this is plastic. But some rust can, oh, that's a dirt dauber right there. Oh, come on. Let me smack it again. More dirt dauber. Come on. Oh, good. Got it. I want to take the fairings off to clean the engine anyway. Okay. Got the right screwdriver. Was able to get it off. Let's see how this thing comes apart. Any idea? No, but can I get to it without? Dang, don't tell me you gotta take the tank off. You gotta take the tank off to change spark plugs? Come on, Yamaha, you're better than that. Let me figure out how to take this off without breaking it. Okay, I got this guy off. I did both sides, took it off as one, which I found out it's not the way you do it. That I found out that this guy right there looks like it unscrews. And that would make life a whole lot easier to take it off. So when I put it on, I'll take that off. I think that unscrews. That side does not look like it does. At least that's what I'm thinking. Again, I don't know anything about these motorcycles. I'm figuring it out as I go. But the one thing I do know for sure is the Yamaha engineers were playing jokes. So this is I got the spark plug socket on there with a little tiny extension. Little short extension, and it's on. But then you can't get the wrench on the thing to get that. So they're just screwing with us. Let me see if I can get this on. And I say they're screwing with us because they left one that you could take out without taking anything off. And then they bury the other one, so you've got to take off. Ideally, the easiest way is probably take the tank off at this point. Take the tank off, get down to that, and then see what happens. But, come on. Make it to where you can get to both of them without taking anything off. How about that? How about that would be nice. Make life a little easier so you could actually tune it up. I bet Vision owners back in the day never changed this spark plug. They would tune up half of it. Say, we'll deal with it. Because that's not going to happen. Well, let me see if I can get it off. I think I got it. Well, it's moving. But that's the kind of range that I have. It's going to take me. It's moving. Okay, let me see. I'll never be able to get this wrench out because now I'm stuck. Okay, let's see if I can do it. I got it loose. Let's see if I can do it with just this. Maybe I can. Dang. I'm telling you, they were screwing with us. This thing is awful. That's what I get. See, you can see the. You can see the socket. This is going to take forever. GoPro, start recording. I think I got it. Oh my gosh. I think it looks pretty good. Put a little bit of juice in here. We'll do that on each side. I've already checked the oil. There's a sight glass right down there. We got juice. So let's see if this sucker turns over. Okay, so I've got the jump box hooked up right here. Key on. Hey, we got juice. Let's see if this starter button works. It does something. Oh, you know what? I probably have a clutch safety switch. Okay, clutch. Still nothing. I'm getting some, unless I don't have enough juice in this battery. Could that be it? Got a horn. Hey, I got turn signals now. Kinda. Yeah, I got turn signals. Sometimes it just takes a little while to get these things to come back to life. Okay, let's see if I can jump the solenoid right here. See if it'll turn the engine over. Let's turn it over. See if we have any spark. No spark, but I may have no spark. So I gotta clean my switch up there. Let's try this again. This is turning over. I'm trying to get my finger in it, see if I can get some fire. Feels like it has some compression. Turns over. I need a stronger battery. Okay, let's see if we can go ahead and clean this. Just spray out this. It's probably just dirty. Okay, let me just spray this out. It's right there. A lot of times I get lucky. These things that have sat for so long, sometimes you just need to cycle it. You can spray in from inside too. From the outside, just right in here where it goes in. You can do that. Try not to take it all apart just because I don't want to lose bits and pieces, but I'm going to loosen it up just so I can get to a little further in to get to right in here. Well, I'm just going to take this sucker apart. Since I'm here, I might as well get this. Let me go ahead and clean these off. Yeah, that's good. And let me see if I can get that guy. Right in there. It looks shiny, like a new penny. Okay, let's see if we can put this sucker back together. That's it. Back together. Okay, so we got the switch all cleaned up. Now it works like it should, which is awesome. And let me show you this. Turn the key on. Keep an eye out right there. Let me hit the starter button. We're getting spark. And what I had to do, I wasn't getting any spark, so I pulled out the manual. And guys, I can't recommend it enough to get a service manual, owner's manual for these old bikes because the answers lie within.
I went to the electrical section trying to figure out why I didn't have spark. And as I was clicking through, looking through, I realized that, you know, going through this troubleshooting, but then I was just looking around and I saw that there was a neutral safety switch and a side stand safety switch that'll shut it off. And this thing has been on its side stand for near 20 years, right? It's been, let me turn this key off. It's been on side stand for near 20 years, so I was thinking maybe that thing's not cycling. And so, sure enough, I went in and just cycled the kickstand a bunch of times and tried it again and had spark. So, you don't always have to buy parts, right? Sometimes you just go through and clean it up. Now, the one thing I'm getting spark on this side, I'm not getting spark on the other side. Or I'm getting spark on the front, I'm not getting spark on this side. So we're gonna have to pull the tank off. The good thing, we had to pull the tank off anyway. We have to pull the tank off to get to the coils and everything underneath. But the good thing is that I am getting power from here through the computer and then to here. So my pickups are working, or one of them is working, right? So that's a good sign. I'm at least getting it all the way through to a spark plug, which means if I get it to one spark plug, I should be able to get it to 2 spark plugs. So we have to pull the tank off so we can get to the other thing. And I believe what we're going to do is once we pull the tank off is I'm going to go and put the spark plugs back in, and we're going to go and try to clean this thing up. I can't stand looking at it. We'll roll it outside, clean it up a little bit more, and see if we can make it look a little bit better, maybe find some other stuff to fix. And in an unrelated development, our key doesn't work on our fuel cap. So we may have to get a little bit more aggressive in our approach to getting the cap off. We need to get this off. And then we may just have to replace this cap, and then we'll just end up with 2 keys because we work here and we work back here. So we're good on both of those. We're just not working here. This one, no bueno. So it's just not working. I've been spraying it, been jiggling it, been pliering it and everything, but it's just not getting it. It could be, this could be a different cap that maybe had a separate key to it. Okay guys, I took a punch and just kind of flattened it out a little bit, made it a little sharper, so I could just beat on this guy a little bit to kind of punch out the inside, just shear off the little tumblers. Just been going back and forth, just beating them off, and I'll show you. Just kind of knocking the tumblers off, I think. And let me show you, we're getting some movement now. It's turning, it's not quite there, it's almost, we're getting closer. So we'll keep doing it. I decided to do it this way because then I can just stick any key in there and open the gas cap without having to go buy a new one. I could still buy a new one if I wanted to, but if this will work, close up, all I gotta do is stick this one in to then turn it, then that's what we'll do. So we'll keep at it. I think I'm close. Come on, it's coming. Oh, come on, what's holding you in? Hopes and dreams. I am almost out. Let me show you where I am. Just a little bit. We got the first locks to released, but I think just the whole thing is going to need a little motivation. Okay, I think I got it. Got that thing pushed in. Come on. It's in. Come on, we're coming through. Come on, you can do it. It is right there. What is this thing doing? Oh yeah. Managed to break it up pretty good. Let's go ahead and pull off this bottom of this, and this should be the locking mechanism. Let's see if I can get this off. If I can just get this off, then I should be able to use it just as a normal gas cap. Let's find out. Okay, I got it screwed back on. Let's see if it works. Okay, let's line up our little things. And then that should be, yeah, we got a gas cap. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and pop this cap off and see what the inside of the tank looks like. Woohoo, that looks like metal right there. So far, it's kind of stinky, but that doesn't look too bad. We'll have to pull the tank off in the cinder and see what it looks like underneath. Let's go ahead and get this tank bolt off here. Should just be this and a couple of fuel lines right here. So let's go ahead and pop this off. I'll have to find that. Found it. So just a little heat gun on these fuel lines. See if we can get them to come off. Okay, there's one. I'll eventually have to change all these. Oh, that one came off, good. Okay, looks like we got those three. Good job. Okay, let's see if we can get this sucker off. And grab it here. Oh, that didn't sound good. Oh, there we go. Come on. What? Oh, we should have a cinder holding this back. This is really a two-hand operation. You gotta stay right there. Maybe it's a two-person operation. There we go. Got it. We're free. Let's go ahead and get this cinder off. So when we clean it out, we'll be able to rinse a little bit better, and we're going to pull off the petcock too. Yeah, it was just stuck down with a little years. Gasket's still there, so let's make sure we don't mess this up. Come on. How's that sucker get out of there? Eventually. Oh, free at last. Yeah. Hopefully this guy is working. We can find out real quick. So all I did was plug it into the wiring harness, turn the key on, and let's see if we register on the fuel gauge. And it could be that our contacts on the inside need to be cleaned because it's rusty, which we've done it before. If you saw it on the CX550 Turbo, we were able to clean it up. So we'll soak this, and I'll unplug it, soak it in some vapor rust, and then we'll see if we can get it to work. Or you can just plug it in all the way. You can see here our gauge is moving. Let me help you out. Get you guys in a little closer. Our gauge is moving. We're up to half a tank and moving on. So it does work. We'll flip it the other way. See, it's going back down. Yeah, we'll still clean it up because it'll make it just work a little bit better. And look on the inside of this tank. It is awesome. It's got a little bit of surface stuff, but I think once we rinse it off, I think we'll be good. Just putting these bolts back where they go so I don't have to look for them. So I'm just going to spray it with a little rust dissolver and let it do its work. Okay, got this petcock off. Had to use the impact driver to get those off, but let's see. It doesn't look awful. Boy, that is a long tube. Guys, the Yamaha engineers were playing jokes because you still can't get to the spark plug right there. The airbox, at least they did. They said, hey, let me put a rubber band here, make it easy to get the airbox off. But then let me show you what you got to do to get to it. So they go, hey, we'll just give you this little rubber band where you can undo it easy to make it easy on you. But then we're going to hide the screw to it back here. I don't know if you can see the screw head. It's deep in there, deep back there. You can't even see it. So let me see if I can loosen that up and then get this airbox off. Okay, let's see if I can get this sucker. Oh, and there's a second one over here. So you got to undo both. And that one is a little bit trickier to get to. still hidden behind here. But thankfully they gave us that rubber band, because without that, boy, it would have been really difficult. One more vacuum line. Maybe this is the last one. Let's see. See if I can get it out. Okay, that's it. Let's see. Come on. Seems like it wants to move now. Let's try. Let's pull off our rubber band because that made it so much easier. Oh, what else do I have? I have one more vacuum line right to the carburetor. Okay, there's our throttles. You can see that they work. I'm going to cover them with a Ziploc bag and Ziploc bags and zip tie them so I don't get anything in it. And we'll roll this sucker outside and try to clean it off. I still can't. Look, I took all that off and I still can't get to that spark plug. It hasn't gotten any easier. It goes down there. This one, not so bad. It's not so bad right here. This one over here, come on, Yamaha. I've taken off the tank, taken off the airbox, and do I have to remove this heat shield thing? But come on, you shouldn't have to do that much to get to it because we're so close to it. Look, it's right there. But this stuff in the way, you can't get your fingers into it. So we gotta put the spark plugs in, tighten those up, just so when we clean it up, we don't have to worry about any of that. We'll cover up any lines with some tape and cover up everything just to make sure we don't have any, like this breather tube. Make sure we don't have anything exposed, those guys, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm 100% convinced that Yamaha was screwing with us because, first off, a couple of things. They secure the bottom part of the fairing bracket with a clamp, and then they put that said clamp in the way of getting to your spark plug. So we're going to get this guy out of the way. And then to remove the heat shield, they go, you know what? We're going to give you a thumb screw right here, a little wing nut, just to make it easy so you can just get it on and off. But then over here, they go, psych, we're going to give you a 12mm bolt. It's crazy. And then we're going to make it easy so you can just slide it on. But hold on. But we're going to secure that with a bolt. So you don't need a wrench for that side, but you definitely need a wrench for this side. And we're just screwing with us. So pulling this guy out should make it a little easier to get to the spark plug. Looks like I can get to it from the top now. The other thing I'm going to do, since this is off and that holds the bottom of it on, thankfully they put a couple of bolts that hold it in, one on each side over there. So I am going to drill this straight through and we're going to put a bolt that runs right there so I won't have to worry about that clamp being in the way when I want to go ahead and change a spark plug. Maybe it'll make life easier. Guys, you may think I'm joking that this is, I'm maybe trying to make it out to be worse than it is. This thing, I'm like Luke Skywalker trying to drop the bomb in the Death Star. Because you see it over there? That's where the spark plug hole is. You got to get it into there. Come on. You got to get it into there. Right? Then I got to find the hole. That's what she said. And then, now I've got to see if I can get a socket on it. I got to see if I can get this thing started. This thing is bananas. Okay, that's it. Tight enough. Now the problem is, can I get my socket back out of here, my ratchet back out of here? Oh, spun around. Okay, I got that. And let's see, can I get this? Let's see if I come in this way. Oh, and it's just that simple. Okay, so we also found some wires up here. This is the reason why my other coil is not working because this wire and that wire are Bluetooth. This green one up here looks to be missing. And then after further examination, we find out that our coil disconnected from right there. So I'll have to do a little bit of work, repair this side of the wires and see if I can get this one out to repair that, or we'll have to replace. We may be able to. It looks like it just, looking at this one over here, it looks like it just feeds through there, so we may be able to connect to the other side. So if we can do that, then we don't even have to buy anything. We'll just pop it out. We'll cut the wire right there and Bob's your uncle. Good job. Let's roll this sucker out, see if we can clean it up some. Let's go ahead and tighten up this bolt. We went ahead, drilled a hole, and now we can remove that clamp. So now all I have to do is move this guy out of the way and I should be able to get to my spark plug a little easier. So here's our sending unit, all cleaned up, and it moves way better now. So we'll let that sit there and dry off while we take this sucker outside and get it cleaned up. Okay, we went ahead and rinsed out the gas tank, so I'm feel pretty good about that. We're gonna hook the shop vac to it to blow it out. And then now we're gonna turn our attention to, let's see if we can get rid of some of this super scaly stuff that's all over. We got a couple of different concoctions we're gonna use, but we're gonna blow it off first. So I said we have a couple of different concoctions we're gonna use to try to do this. The first one being a little CLR to try to remove some of this calcium buildup. The next one will be some Lumabrite. I think it's hydrofluoric acid to try to get off more of this oxidation on these cases. And then last but not least, we'll use the soda blaster. See what we can do. So let's get at it. First thing I'm gonna do is just blow everything off with the air compressor. Okay, slight change of plans. I just did a quick Google search on is CLR safe on aluminum? And I got, it is not recommended for use on aluminum. We're not gonna use it. We're just gonna stick to the Lumabrite or this Royal Brightener 601 aluminum and fiberglass cleaner, because it's from right there in Harahan, not too far away. Okay, I have it in this sprayer, so let's go ahead and spray it. Come on, there we go. It says to spray it, let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then rinse it off. So we'll do a couple of them. It also said to mix it 30 to 40 to 1, and I think I got close to that. So here it is after the first run, considerably better than what it was prior to. The main thing is most of the big scaly flakes are gone. I haven't even rubbed it yet. I mean, this, you can see just a little bit more of rubbing on it. This stuff will come off, but I'm gonna treat it again, see if we can get more of this off. This is painted, so, but more of this off. Starting to look better, so let's get at it. Okay, so we rinsed it off. Again, let's dry it off and then see what it looks like. So this is this side. I mean, it is considerably better. It's not where we want it to be, but it's considerably better. And it's not as rough. We got off most of the big stuff. I think we can probably treat it again before we soda blast it. Maybe we'll do one more time. I increased the strength of it, and it seems to be foaming more like the instructions said it would. So maybe that'd be a good thing. So let me keep coating this thing and then we'll rinse it off in just a few minutes. Okay, here we are. We got it cleaner than what it was. It's smooth. I did go ahead and hit it with the soda blaster a little bit till I ran out of soda. So this is what we're working with. It's still wet right now. We'll let it dry. We'll let it sit out here and dry, then we'll bring it in. But considerably better. The good thing is when just rubbing your hand on it, you don't feel any of that scaly oxidation that was there. Will we have to polish it some more and try to get it better? Yeah. We got off a good bit of this stuff, this rust on here.
So that's better. This guy cleaned up pretty good. Everything else looks to be, wheels cleaned up pretty good, both front and back. So it's coming along, not too bad. I even cleaned off some of this corrosion up here. It needs to be painted. A little quicksand and shoot it with some paint, and I think it'll be okay. But yeah, looks considerably better. I did take off the brake calipers and left them inside because we're about to take those apart and rebuild them. We're going to take them apart, clean them, put them back together, which is probably all it needs. But looks good. Looks way better. So we'll let it dry and we'll come back and get it in just a few minutes. Okay, let's go ahead and clean up these calipers. We got to take this pin out so we can get the brakes off. I mean the pads off. So, dang. Come on. I think that's it. I think we're out. Now let me just see if I can knock it out the rest of the way. There we go. It's just these dissimilar metals, and they've been sitting forever, so let me just punch it out some more. Yeah, I think I got it out. Good. We'll clean that up really good so that it'll slide in and out really good. That's no good. Okay, that's that. Now we got to get this piston out. Okay, the easy way get this thing out is this guy right here. I like to air compressor into the brake hose. Just hold it pretty good, knowing that your piston is going to come out this way. So definitely point it away from you, and then just stick it in there and give it a little bit of juice. Make sure you cover yourself. So there you go. You heard that pop? That was it smacking the counter. That's what you want. Get this guy out, and then there is a couple of seals in there we want to get out too. The piston is the only thing that looks bad. You can see right where it was sitting right there. That's where the seals left the, and if I clean that off, I think it'll go in. This inside of this looks really good. We'll go ahead and clean off this piston and then clean out the inside of that. Just getting these seals out just because I want to clean them up really good. And I want to clean inside here really good. I'm just using the Dremel with a little brass brush on it just to clean this thing up really good. I like using a little brush because I can get inside the seal lands, clean that up really good. There, we'll hose it out with some brake clean, but that looks really good. Okay, so now I got to clean up the pin. I just have it chalked in the drill. Just going to spin it and then use the Scotch-Brite just to clean off, just like that. So now it just slides right in. I don't have to worry about beating it out. It'll go right into here, really good. We'll put a little anti-seize on it when we put it back together. Okay, so we have our, you can't see it, it's all black. We have our caliper out here in our paint booth, and now we're just going to put a little bit of this satin black caliper paint on it. While it's apart, might as well do it. Put a light coat, and I'll come back and do another one while we're rebuilding the other one. Okay, let me show you what I got here. I've got the plugs out. I need a gray wire to go back to this pin. That'll slide into this one. That'll go right into here. I need a green and red wire that will go into right here. And so I've got gray, or close enough. And I've got some green and red. It's not the same color, but at least it's green and red. So that if you're following it on a wire diagram, you at least see the right color. And then this one back here, let me click this light on for you. And this one back here, I was able to pull it out of the hole that it runs through, and I'll just be able to put a solder joint on that right there, and then that'll be good to go. Then we should be able to have fire on both cylinders. Okay, I had to change gears. The light green and red wire I had was brittle. Every time I'd go to trim it, it would break off. And then I dug in my drawer again, found a exact wire I needed, and it already had the right end on it. So all I had to do was trim it. And let's just use the heat solder, the heat shrink solder tube to get it going. So guys, you can see the solder through there. This piece and this piece right here, that section right there, it is adhesive. So once you heat it, it glues it and then covers it all in. They're awesome. If you haven't used them, you can get them in packs like this. They're on Amazon. They're super cheap. I'll leave a link in the description below. But let's move on to the next wire. The great thing is I was able to get this fixed right here, except I put it in the wrong hole. This one goes to the green and red one right there. So I need the gray one to go right here. So there's one quick and easy way to check to make sure we have fire on both cylinders. A little starting fluid right down the old yap. Turn the key on. Heard something. Let's see. Do I have a choke? Yeah, let's try that. Let's try again. Could hook up some fuel to it, or we can just do this. Oh, that's something. Oh! Oh, oh, oh! We got spark! We got spark. It made noise. That's awesome. You heard it. I've got video evidence. Let me turn this key off. That is awesome. Guys, that is the first time this thing has made noise in maybe 20 years. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We sprayed a little juice in it and to check, see if we have spark, and we do. Let's do it again. The tank's outside being cleaned, but let's try again. If it did it once, it's bound to do it again, right? Ho, 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 ho! I didn't even spray it yet. Come on. I don't know what that noise is. Oh, it's trying to, which is good. These are the fuel lines. I guess the pump is trying to work because I heard some noises. That's it. That's awesome. Oh, it wants to do it again. That's awesome. We did it more than once, so now it's not a fluke. It'll do it. Let me turn this jump pack off. LOKITHOR to the rescue. It's alive, guys. Let me pull off some of these. Finish cleaning the tank out, and then we can put that on. We're gonna be riding it soon. Guys, this was an action-packed video. We fixed the sender, we derusted it, fixed it, we rebuilt the brake calipers, we cleaned the engines, and rebuilt. I took them apart, put them back together. And we painted them, so they're Craigslist rebuilt. And we repaired our wires that were eaten, and then we checked for spark, and we've got a running 1983 Yamaha XZ550RK, which stands for really cool. I can't wait.
The next video, what we're going to do, put the brake calipers on, make sure our master cylinder works, and then we're going to do some beauty stuff before we ride it. Try to sand these, paint these, all of this, make that look better. We're going to paint all of our frame, all of this guy. We're going to paint all of that in the next video so that it's nice. We'll touch up our exhaust, make it look good. So by the time we put the fairings on, should just be ready for the highway. And then we'll heat cycle it a couple of times and then drop the oil. We want to just get the oil good and hot, move through, cycled through everything. And then we'll dump the oil and then we'll put some new stuff in. Then we get to ride it. I can't wait. We're gonna be hitting the highway here soon. It made great progress today. Oh, the other thing we're going to do is really work on cleaning up these wheels. Try to clean up these wheels as best we can. They are a lot better than where they were, but we've got room. We've got room to grow here. So hopefully we can get them to shine a little bit. They're getting there though. Put a light on. Look, you get a little bit of shine on them. They're getting there. We'll paint this exhaust too, even though it's covered by the fairing. We'll just paint it. It'll protect it a little longer. So it's lasted 20, 40 years. So we might as well see if we can get it to last a little longer. Guys, this is awesome. This is awesome. I want to thank you for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks again, guys, and have a great day.